What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is probably the last time you will see the Saturn on our YouTube channel. I can't thank Randy enough for letting us borrow this thing. I finally got all my parts and pieces out of it. Got the Mustang almost ready to go into the garage here in its place. This thing is for sale. If you know anybody interested, hit me up. It's got some pretty good parts on it, good chassis. We're gonna roll this thing out today. We're gonna go ahead and put it in the trailer, get it back to Randy, and then the new Mustang is coming in the garage so we can start final assembly. If y'all want to support the channel, go to turbojohnracing.com, grab yourself some hats and t-shirts. Thanks, guys. Man, this thing looks a lot different than what it did when I got it. I can't thank Randy enough for letting me borrow this thing. That other paint job that was on it, the bowling ball, you know, we probably would have left it that way, but the front fenders were messed up, so there was no way we were going to match that stuff up. But this thing is ready for your electronics, your motor, your transmission, and go racing. So we just got this thing, all my stuff out of it. Like I said, this thing is for sale if you know anybody interested in it. An aluminum center section and an aluminum actually rear end. The entire rear end is called a Winters. So it's actually pretty cool rear end. Got the wing on it in the back here. It's kind of jacked up a little bit from what we've been doing, but this was a good car, man. We got it going pretty fast. We went up 482 or 484 with it. And when we messed the motor up, when we broke the motor over there, we were on the verge. I think we were on the verge of going in the 70s and possibly even going into 60s because we were weakening it up. But it is what it is. Engine said it was not happy doing that. So it is what it is. All right, guys, hang on. Bam, guys, and just like that, snap of a finger in your time, in our time, what, about 30 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Not too bad. Couldn't have done that without Kelly and Chase helping me. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you too. Happy Father's Day.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day. That's what I got a gift of, a race car, a Mustang.
And some parts and
That's-
some tools and some...
That's okay. I got a lot of money to spend for Father's Day. Because see this? That's a long ways from a running car.
Yeah, it's going to need a lot.
All that stuff over there has got to go on this. Well, most of it, not all of it.
All right.
But yeah, that was fun. Luckily, our driveway is very steep. It doesn't look very steep on camera, but if we would have, there's no brakes on this thing. So if we would have tried to push this down here without hooking it to the smart car, yeah, probably wouldn't have been so good. So we got this thing. Uncle Mike's coming down this coming weekend. He's going to mock up this header. We talked about that earlier. We do have to do some bump steer stuff on it. This is, at one point, my old car. When you push it backwards, it actually bows it out real bad. But going forward, it's not as bad. So we got to play with the bump steer stuff, get all that set. Got to stand the tires up a little bit. But this thing is looking good. The mount for the brake is here. So I got to weld this in. I got to clean all this stuff up. Should be easy access welding it. Plenty of room on this side. So the game plan for the next couple weeks, ordered the stuff to do the brake lines. So we're going to mount the brake pedals, do the brake lines. We're going to do hard line for most of it. Of course, you have to have soft line at the wheels. I was going to do all soft line, the braided line, the braided -3, but apparently it has a little bit of flex in it. So we didn't want to do that. So it'll be hard line. So we should be good there. So brakes are going to get done. We're going to go ahead and start mounting the shifter. We got to get a drive shaft. I just talked to Donald a few minutes ago. We were wanting to go carbon fiber drive shaft, but that's probably just not going to happen for a little while. Just got a line hooked up with a fiberglass company, which y'all are going to see pretty soon. So we're going to get some fiberglass doors, fiberglass front end, and fiberglass hood from those guys. So carbon fiber drive shaft is going to probably have to wait for a little while. So we'll get that drive shaft from Donald. It's way too long, so we're going to cut it down. Got to get the shifter mounted up. It's going to go somewhere. And then hopefully the game plan is in a week and a half. Have it. Fuel cell is going to be up here. We talked about that. In a week and a half, have it at the wiring shop. And then Austin Ratley, Drag Wire Solutions out of Fayetteville. Y'all look him up on Facebook. he does awesome work. So he's going to wire the car. So some of the stuff that I got to do on my side, on my end, he has different levels of how he wires. So he does everything. Fuel Tech, Holley, you know, any type of ECU, any type of MSD stuff, he can wire it all. If y'all need some wiring, look him up on Facebook, Austin Ratley, Drag Wire Solutions. His link is also in the comment section. But we're going to take our panel that we got from Junior Bissett. We're going to reuse it. So it's going to mount up here. And then we're going to move, I think all of our wiring is just going to go up here, probably on this firewall. So probably what I need to do is go ahead and cut this piece out and get the firewall mounted here on this side so we can be good to go, because that's just going to be a straight piece. It should be pretty easy to mount the firewall there. So get the firewall here, and that's where we're going to mount everything up in that forward floor. And then if we ever want to add a seat on this for a drag and drive, Kelly, you want to ride?
Yeah.
She does not want to ride. There's plenty of room back here, and we'll put another seat way back here, and then that way the electronic stuff will be out of the way up here on that floorboard. That's kind of what I'm thinking, unless Austin has a different idea. He may have different ideas on how he wants to do it. But then once we get there, once it gets fired up, like I said, Uncle Mike's coming up. We're going to build another header for this one. Once that gets done, at Austin's, we're hoping to fire it up at his shop. Of course, turbo kit, none of that stuff will be done. So it'll be fired up, naturally aspirated, which will be fine. The good thing is, my small block is sitting back there in the back. We're going to piece that one back together at some point here too. The small block is going to essentially fit the same spot. So it's got the same crank trigger. It's got the same cam sync. It's going to have the same injectors. It's going to have everything the same, so that if we do decide to drop into small block, or if we have problems with the big block Chevy, then we can get this thing going. Chase, I appreciate you helping me, buddy. I interrupted supper.
You're welcome.
And I don't know if you saw it on the video. You probably didn't see it. I tripped him. He was going across the pool thing, and he stepped. And as soon as he stepped, I didn't pay no attention. I hit the gas to tighten it up. When I tightened it up, it flung up, caught his foot, did a little trip and fall. Luckily, it's not too bad though. So, but yeah, so we are making some progress here. So we got some good stuff to do. We got a lot to do. We got our valve covers. These are Jegs valve covers. They fit, they clear. So I think we're in good shape. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing going back and forth?
She almost lost my driver's permit.
I almost lost the driver's permit. It was under the pizza.
Oh.
Our parents are so clumsy.
We are. Sorry.
We thought maybe it was in the car.
Well, good. I'm glad you found it, because Kelly's leaving, so it's going to be me and Chase here for next week. She's going to be going to visit her parents. So, yeah, we got some big stuff happening. I'm glad to have the car home. That way I can mess with it, right? Because when it's down at Randy's or Uncle Mike's, you just can't mess with it. You just can't, because it's so far away. I can't go down there to build a car. When you're putting them together, it takes a lot of hours. And it's a lot of hours on piddly stuff. And so, you know, we didn't have a lot to do on the Saturn, but it still took, when we were down there at Brian's, it still took a couple weeks to get everything, you know, in the Saturn. And that was a running drivetrain, just switched over. So this one's going to take a little longer. Our ultimate goal, we should be testing. We're trying to make Dig or Die. Dig or Die will be happening at Rockingham, back at the track, end of July. So I think we're going to be okay. We'll see. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. We should have a lot of videos coming out in the next few weeks. Appreciate it, guys. Later.